Okay, welcome back to the second one video.
But what about Barry Allen? Barry moves at a speed that makes Sonic look slow, and still loses for the most ridiculous reason imaginable. Every few 100 million years, he sees a moment in the fabric of time that looks fragile, and goes around it instead of through it. A butterfly he doesn't want to disturb. A timeline he doesn't want to crack. He's protecting the structural integrity of all of history while trying to win a race through it, and he can't make himself stop doing it even when the trophy is right there. Barry, coming out third, immediately scanning the surroundings, and asks, "Is the Cretaceous period still intact? Did anyone check the Cretaceous period?" Sonic, catching his breath. "Barry, you just lost a race to the beginning of time." Barry, "I know, but the timeline is clean." Wally West, however, does not race through the tunnel. He doesn't run to the beginning of time. Instead, he closes his eyes, finds his connection to the Speed Force, which isn't something he uses, but something he is and chooses to be there. The Speed Force doesn't carry him across the distance. It agrees with him that the distance doesn't exist. Wally isn't faster than the universe. He's the thing the universe made speed out of, and that thing doesn't travel anywhere because it's already everywhere it needs to be. He was at the beginning of time before the others cleared the first era, standing in the silence before the first atom, before anything had a name or a reason to exist. No fanfare, no celebration. Just Wally West, alone at the edge of everything, exactly where he belongs. Your winner, Wally West. So many speedsters walked into this tournament, but none of them went undefeated today, except for one competitor that ran every round, kept pace with everyone, got every single shot, never slowed down, never got eliminated, and walked off set without breaking so much as a sweat. And no, it isn't Wally West if that's what you're thinking. It's the cameraman. We don't talk about the guy. We really don't. If you enjoyed this, drop a like, comment who you thought would win before the race started, and subscribe for more tournaments like this.
Next, we're gonna be reacting to the strongest.
Hi there, I'm Lilypad. Let's play!
Get to know the Toy Story gang.
No way.
Buzz is the ultimate space ranger who
7 of the most powerful characters ever written. 1 tournament. A host who has personally erased 18 universes and considers this light work by comparison. The competitors are Superman, Hulk, Goku, Homelander, Omni-Man, Thor, and Saitama. Comics, animation, television, film, manga, the strongest thing each of those mediums ever produced, in the same place at the same time. 6 rounds. The tests escalate from nuclear detonation to the literal edge of fiction. The last one standing wins exclusive Supernetic merch. Custom. One of a kind. One rule. Base form to start, but every ability, every transformation they have ever unlocked, all of it available the moment they reach for it. Round 1. Durability. Round 0. Thermonuclear detonation. Walkout. The card goes up. Zeno reads it once. The screen behind him says, "Survive." That is the entire test. Sit at the center of a nuclear detonation and walk out of it. Detonation happens. For most of the fighters, what follows is not really a moment. It is a brief inconvenience. Goku steps out of the fireball, still adjusting his wristbands. Superman emerges through the dissipating shockwave and checks his watch, as though confirming the round came in on schedule. Thor walks out with the measured patience of someone who has stood inside lightning storms for sport. Hulk comes through roaring, not from pain, but because the scale of the explosion reminded him what he was there for. Saitama examines the back of his hand and seems to be working out whether anything hit it. Omni-Man comes through composed, arms folded. He has taken worse. On the other hand, Homelander does not walk out. The blast consumes him completely. Cells, biology, everything. In just the
Look at this.
first fraction of a second, there is no Homelander on the other side of it. There's just the aftermath.
Oh, look at you. Just the readiest boy. You are pathetic.
Homelander eliminated. Advancing, Superman, Hulk, Goku, Omni-Man, Thor, and Saitama. Round 2, Strength Ceiling. Redirect a planet from its orbital path. Controlled, sustained. The test is not to hit a planet. It is to apply sustained, controlled force to a planetary body and redirect its trajectory. The difference between hitting something and moving it is the difference between force and will. Superman does it with one hand. Goku powers into Super Saiyan Blue and applies measured output with the focus of someone learning to direct force rather than just produce it. Thor draws on the Odin Force and guides the orbit from a distance, not brute force, but authority. Saitama wraps one hand around the curvature of the planet and pushes with the relaxed effort of a man moving a chair. Hulk grabs the equator and roars until it shifts. It is not elegant, it absolutely counts. Omni-Man draws on every year of the Viltrumite experience. Every war, every scar, every opponent across thousands of years of continuous combat. The output he produces is genuinely extraordinary, but the threshold for this round sits just above his verified peak. He pushes past the point where most beings would have stopped, holds it longer than anyone expects, and the planet still does not move enough. He releases, straightens, looks at the planet the way a man looks at something he cannot argue with but is not finished thinking about.
I have held empires with these hands!
But the planet still did not move.
Omni-Man eliminated. Advancing, Superman, Hulk, Goku, Thor.
Nah, that is crazy. But we gotta see that again. No, we gotta see this again, bro.
But the planet still did not move.
That's crazy.
Omni-Man speed and agility. Gravity room. 20 times standard gravity. 300 drones. No preparation, no warning. The lights inside the chamber shift from white to red. Not a countdown, just a change in the quality of the air. The kind of signal that does not tell you what is coming, but tells you something is. The fighters register it differently. Superman is already adjusting his stance. Goku goes still in a specific way he goes still before something requires everything. Saitama looks at the ceiling with vague curiosity. Hulk takes a step forward and the floor cracks under him. Not from the impact of the step, from the gravity itself, which has already started climbing before anyone spoke. Then the drones activate, already firing from every surface simultaneously. Superman has already moved before the first shot completes its path. Goku's Ultra Instinct takes control of his body before his conscious mind registers the threat. His body moves the way water moves around an obstacle, without decision or effort. Thor creates a pocket where time runs fractionally behind everything else and steps through the fire at his own pace. Saitama absorbs the full sequence standing completely still.
300. I thought it would feel like more.
Hulk survives every hit. That is never the question. The question is speed, and across every version of the Hulk at every power level, the gap is consistent. 20 times gravity and 300 randomized firing patterns compounded. The shots find their mark 273 times. He does eventually dodge one. 40 seconds in, he shifts his weight and a shot passes where his shoulder was. He watches it go and gives the slow nod of a man who has decided this constitutes a personal victory.
Hulk dodged that one.
You were hit 273 times before it.
Yeah, but Hulk dodged that one.
Hulk eliminated. Advancing, Superman.
That was crazy. I have to see it again. Okay, I'll see this again.
It's a personal victory.
Hulk dodged that one.
You were hit 273 times before it.
Yeah, but Hulk dodged that one.
Hulk eliminated. A star. Goku's Kamehameha folds it inward. Saitama's punch ends the argument in 1 millisecond. Superman absorbs and redirects the solar output with clinical precision. Thor opens the Odin Force through Mjolnir, and the star is gone. Then Zeno sends Part 2, a multiversal energy surge. Thor channels everything the Odin Force has ever been into a single point of resistance. The surge bending around him, the space cracking where the two forces meet. Thor holds longer than the structure should allow. Then the structure fails. The collapse tears back through him. Thor does not survive the architecture failing. He dies the way something vast dies, everything going quiet at once. Superman absorbs the incoming surge directly into his solar reserves and redirecting the overflow as a heat vision discharge into open space. Goku meets it in true Ultra Instinct, drawing from the universal energy around him to neutralize the output. Saitama stands in the middle simultaneously. Suspended above the center of the space are 3 glass spheres, one for each remaining fighter. Each one contains everything that can reach them. Every documented weakness, every confirmed vulnerability, compressed into a single object and held in suspension. Goku's vulnerabilities hit in a wave. Artificial moon removed, tail weakness triggered, energy drained fields live. For 4 seconds, his power genuinely flickers and his body stumbles. Then, true Ultra Instinct fires as a biological refusal to stop functioning. He surfaces on the other side, breathing hard.
Okay, that one actually got me for a second.
The fight opens, and for a long stretch, it is everything the tournament promised. Saitama throws the serious